Dr. Pike at Trophy Club Animal Hospital, and as part of our Wednesday educational series, we are doing a video on heartworm disease. And so the heartworm life cycle prevention and why yearly heartworm tests are important and why consistent prevention is important. So to start off, we're going to talk about the heartworm life cycle so you guys can get a better understanding of what goes on and why it's important to have prevention. So to begin with, we have the adult dog here that's infected with an adult heartworm. That adult heartworm lives in the heart and it produces a bunch of baby heartworm called microfilariae. These microfilariae are then ingested when another mosquito comes along and bites that dog. So the microfilariae are going to be living in the mosquito from that point on. They then develop into different larval stages until they reach their infective larval stage, which is the L3 stage. That infected mosquito then comes around and bites a healthy dog, your dog, that is not on prevention, and it injects them with that infected larval stage. That will then penetrate the wounds and travel into the dog's bloodstream. It takes about 6 months for them to develop into the adult heartworm, and so that is why it's important to stay up to date on our prevention. And so that's why if for some reason we missed a dose or we don't know if the dog's ever had heartworm prevention, not only would we recommend testing them at the initial visit and starting heartworm prevention, but then retesting them in 6 months, because the heartworm test is not going to pick up on those baby heartworms until they've developed into adult heartworm. Heartworm tests only pick up on adult heartworms, and so that's why if we've ever missed a dose, we might recommend that we recheck that again later at 6 months. When the heartworms get into the heart, they can cause a lot of problems, a lot of damage, right-sided heart failure, fluid buildup called ascites in different areas of the body. It just is really bad, and so staying on top of it is very important. We have a couple different heartworm preventions. This is HeartGuard. It's very commonly used, and actually all of these are called macrocytic lactones. They are medications that are very safe for our dogs, and the American Heartworm Society said if they're used correctly, they're one of the safest medications that we can use. So don't worry about that as far as your dog. You want to make sure they're protected. HeartGuard is very commonly used. It's a treat. This is just kind of what it looks like. It tastes good. It's flavored. Most dogs will eat it as a treat. And it's a monthly medication to prevent heartworms. And it also prevents internal parasites like roundworms, whipworms, and hookworms. And so, but this is only 30 days. This is once a month. All of these are once a month applications. And it's important that they get a pill once every 30 days. They only protect for the 30 days. You know, it's not going to prevent your dog from being bitten by mosquitoes. It's not like there's going to be a protective dome over them. They'll still be bitten, and they'll still be bitten by infected mosquitoes. But as long as they are protected, you know, that's the goal, to prevent the baby mosquitoes from developing into adult heartworms. If, for say, you miss a dose, you know, we can miss potentially our window where the heartworm prevention will no longer work to kill the heartworms, because they are past their juvenile stage into their adult stage. And at that point, then you're talking about treating a different type of heartworm, doing treatments like injection with melarsamine, and that's ideally what we would do, because the longer those heartworms stay in the heart, the more damage they cause. And so, you know, whether you do the oral or the topical, we also have an injection called ProHeart that lasts for 6 months. That is a good one to use as well. But it's very important that you stay on top of it. It's much cheaper and safer to prevent heartworm disease than it is to treat it once it's already there. So, and this here is a map that talks about just kind of prevalence of heartworm disease. The American Heartworm Society did say that heartworm has been diagnosed in all 50 states. It just seems to be more prevalent in the South or the Southeast. So, but it's important no matter what state you're in to be on heartworm prevention. And you have the added effect that this one and the HeartGuard and the Revolution, you know, they're going to help against preventing firm intestinal parasites too. So, if you have any questions or concerns, just please don't hesitate to put them in the comments down below. And you guys have a good Wednesday.